What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Pancis. If it's your first time tuning in, please be sure to smash that subscribe button. If not, thanks for your continued support. Today I'm going to be doing a video on my 2004 Saab 9.5. I've been following the channel the last 2 years. We've had this car. It was given to me for free during the dead of COVID. It was not in good shape. It had bad paint. It had a lot of engine codes, a lot of mechanical failures, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, over the course of the last 2 years, we've repaired everything and ongoing repairs as we've been driving this thing a lot. At 50,000 miles already since we've driven, or since we've serviced the transmission last. So the video of this the title of the video is going to give this away. We're going to be servicing the transmission again for the second time in 2 years, 50,000 miles later, on this 2004 Saab 9.5. We have 243,000 miles, almost 244,000. We've done like 3,000 or 4,000 miles just in the last like 4 or 5 weeks on this car. So just to kind of show you how much driving is done every month on this car. It is pretty extensive. Obviously that varies depending on the month, but it's a lot. Just put it that way. So let's hop into this. We'll get under the car. Alright guys, so the car was just driven a few minutes ago, so it is warm, which was what I wanted. So when we go to service the transmission fluid, it's got, yeah, there you go, 243, 493. So yeah, when we go to service the trans fluid, it just flows out nicely. But yeah, it's a nice and smooth transmission, and I looked back at the previous time I serviced this, and the fluid from the last time was actually really nice and clean, and it seemed like the transmission has been serviced really well over the course of its lifetime, and I think it's original to the car. I haven't heard or seen anything to tell me otherwise, so should be pretty cool. It's a lot of miles on the transmission. Let's keep it going. All right guys, so we're going underneath the car here, and obviously we're looking pretty healthy. We did the oil pan in the last couple of months, or excuse me, the last like 5 weeks, 6 weeks. We also fixed a coolant leak. So as you guys can see, we are running really solid underneath here. I'm really happy, 243,000 miles, to see the condition underneath here. It just kind of seems to be improving as it ages, because obviously we continue to repair certain things. But anyways, the drain plug is right here. I've done a video on it before. You guys can see it in the center, just right of the center of the screen is a 24 millimeter wrench. So I'm just gonna undo that into the oil pan, and we're gonna gauge how much is coming out and replace it, drive the car around, and do another round. So 2 rounds of flush. Okay, so we cleaned up the plug. It had a little metal shaving at the end there, but you know, nothing I don't think that's out of the ordinary for 240,000 mile transmission. You guys can see the fluid is really red. It does not smell burnt at all, so that is a good thing as well. So I'm gonna put that plug back in and gauge with my tool here to suck it all out of there and see what's actually coming out, and put the same amount back in. Alright guys, so that is showing just over 4 liters, which is about 4 to 4.4 quarts. So I'm gonna start with 4 quarts, and we'll go drive the car. I think I have 8 quarts in the box, so we'll go drive the car for a little while, and then we'll do another flush, and then I'll do another 4 quarts and have, you know, should be back to full, but we'll monitor that. Stay tuned here. It's looking good. Hey, we got 4 fresh in there. All right, car's in gear. That's a good thing. Give you guys an update here once we get going. Smooth, really smooth, guys. I mean, obviously you gotta get this thing nice and hot again to see if there's any real flaws in the fluid or the trans, but smooth. Yep. behaving the way it should. So far it's smooth. It's shifting nice and smooth. Okay, we're gonna go up a big hill here. Ugh. Yeah. Running nice, holding gear, shifting smooth. Yeah. So I'll go do the other 4. I'll go do another 4 courts. Like, this is a good activity to do for your car, any car really. But you know, after like 2 years, you know, anywhere between like 30 and 60,000, somewhere in that range. I mean, obviously we're high miles on this car, but every 2 years for sure, it's like, you know, these fluids can age out, especially if they're not full synthetic, between heat cycles, moisture, whatever it might be. So it's just a good thing to prevent aging of all the solenoids and clutches in the transmission. Keeps everything fresh and clean. And like I said earlier, the fluid in this car did not smell burnt. It looked still really nice and red. Obviously, naturally, the fluid is a darker red, so if it was burnt, you'll see like more of a brown tone, and you'd also smell the burntness. And obviously, in this case, this car didn't have any of those symptoms, which is good, which means everything internally is still really healthy on this car, and we can still see that shifting. Yeah, running good. So if you guys like this video, a nice quick update for you on the 0495, 243,496,000 miles. Tomorrow, actually gonna be driving this 400 miles. So it'll be a real good test to see how this thing handles on the highway again. It obviously, most of the driving we do is highway for the amount of miles that we're driving. But you know, like when you drive long distance, you get off the highway, you shift points on the trans after the highway. You know, if it's like something of a slip up, it's gonna slip up. But you know, this thing hasn't really acted up in any way, shape, or form that alludes to that fact. So this is good maintenance and a good update for you guys on this 9.5. And I got more content coming for you on the new gen 9.5. I know we gave an update last on waiting on salvage. So I think we're about a month out for inspection there, but I did go and spend some more money on some parts, and I will explain what that is in an upcoming video. So stay tuned for more, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.